Okay, you've seen how to replace the timing belt with the engine in time. This next procedure is for retiming the valves and replacing the timing belt after the engine has lost time. For example, if you had to remove the head for some reason, timing this engine may be a little different than what you're used to. So, you need to pay attention to what I'm going to show you. First of all, timing this engine is referenced to number 2 cylinder being up at TDC, not number 1. Secondarily, the drive ratio for the crankshaft in relation to the camshaft is 2:1, of course. But this is the overall combined ratio. What I mean is, the exact ratio on this engine for the crankshaft drive gear pulley and the camshaft is in fact 1.55 to 1. The ratio of the camshaft idler gear and the camshaft drive gears is 1.33 to 1. Mathematically, this all works out to be an overall ratio of 2:1. Let's continue and I'll show you what I mean. Now, of course, if the head has been removed, then the head covers will already be removed. Set the crankshaft pulley to its timing mark at the 3 o'clock position. Rotate the right bank camshaft drive gear pulley clockwise and align the camshaft gear drive timing mark in the 12 o'clock position. Now, this part is very important. It may take multiple rotations of the camshaft drive gear pulley for the valve timing to be correctly in time. Again, this is because of the different drive ratios needed to obtain that final 2:1 crank to cam ratio. Due to valve spring tension, there's only one location where the line on the camshaft will be correctly lined up with the reference mark. When you reach this point, there's no spring tension because the lobes of the camshaft are on the closing ramp of the base circle, or heel. There's a reference mark on the idler gear retaining cover. You align this mark with the timing mark on the camshaft drive gear pulley. It just so happens that the reference mark on the idler gear retaining cover is also in line with the reference mark on the engine head cover, positioned at the 12 o'clock spot. To verify you're in the correct timing position, look at the alignment of the timing marks on the camshaft drive gears and the camshaft idler gear. The intake camshaft drive gear has a dot that should align with one dot on the idler gear. The exhaust camshaft drive gear dot should align with the other dot on the idler gear. Next, rotate the left bank camshaft drive gear pulley clockwise and align the drive gear's timing mark. Now, this side alignment procedure is different. Again, it may take multiple rotations of the camshaft drive gear pulley to align with its timing marks, just like the right bank did. And just like the right bank, there's only one position where the line on the camshaft will line up with the internal reference mark on the idler gear retaining cover. But be careful here. The reference mark is at approximately 9 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. See here on the idler gear retaining cover? And if you verify proper alignment like you did on the other side, you'll see that the timing marks on the camshaft drive gear line up in relation to the timing dots on the idler gear. Again, this is very important. So at this point, all the marks line up, but you're not finished yet. These marks that you've lined up on the left side are only reference marks, unlike the other side where they were timing marks. What I mean is that there's another step to perform before this side is considered in time. Next, install the head cover. Then rotate the left bank camshaft drive gear pulley again to the 12 o'clock position. Align the camshaft drive gear pulley mark with the timing mark on the head cover. If the timing marks don't get aligned as I showed you, the engine is not in time and will either run poorly or it won't run at all. If you remove the head cover again, to verify the position of the camshaft drive gears and the idler gear, you'll notice that they're no longer lined up. Since the cams were moved to make the final alignment of the camshaft drive gear pulley and the head cover, the gears will not be aligned. So one can conclude that on the right bank, you align the marks to set the cams to the correct timing position. However, on the left bank, you align the marks to the timing reference points first, then perform another quarter turn to the final timing alignment. This adjustment will achieve true valve timing. Okay, let's get back to our engine. Again, make sure the crankshaft gear pulley has not moved and still remains aligned to its timing marks. Then, install the timing belt following the installation procedures I showed you earlier.